Teacher Grazi here, and today we're gonna have motivational English class, listening comprehension to accurate your ears. And we're gonna talk about what? Secrets of life, secrets of happiness. And I'm ready to tell you all the experience I had this past weekend. I went to a club and met some friends, and we had pizza and coffee, and we could talk about life. And that's a little bit of philosophy, and I love it when we have questions to answer, like who you are, what are you doing in this planet, what's the purpose of all this, and we start to question. When we question, we have different answers, and there's no right or wrong, but I started to focus in different kinds of people. And this is super important because I myself, I am extrovert, and there are some introvert people. And there comes the question, which one is better? Extrovert people who talks a lot, expose themselves, have courage, but they are judged? Or introverted people who don't expose, don't show positive or negative ideas, people that don't expose and don't get judged, they close, they listen much more than they speak. Which one is better? There are positives and negatives points in each of them. So the idea is to be in the middle. The middle path is more difficult for everybody, but as I am an extroverted person, I have to try to shut up a little bit sometimes, to listen to other people in order to pay attention and get lessons. And I have to speak, people who are introvert have to speak more in order to share the ideas, help people, do what you can, to tell your stories in order to illuminate and share with others. I'm talking about socializing around the table after some dinner. We are always a different person because we are always learning. We listen to something, we listen to somebody's story or experience, we illuminate others with our stories. I have my life as an open book. I tell about everything that happens to me. I'm not ashamed about this, but sometimes I speak too much. So the idea here is to have a balance, about everything. Now, if you are too much introvert and you don't show off to people, you don't expose yourself, and this sometimes is good, but the interpretation of the other people about yourself sometimes can be misunderstood, mal interpretada. For example, people think that timid and shy people that don't say good or positive things about anything, they just don't say, they get the misinterpretation for the negative side. What they say, that person is arrogant, that person is smug, up nose. Well, she thinks she's the best, but actually the shy and timid person is not thinking about this, but they have this misinterpretation from others. For example, I have some shy and timid students, so I make my service, I give the class, and I never know if they like or not because they don't show. So the interpretation is always that they didn't like. And we're never gonna say, the timid and the shy introverted person, she likes it. No, we're always gonna say, she doesn't like me, Well, she doesn't say good morning to me, so probably she doesn't like me. And this timid introvert person is waiting exactly what you want them to do. They're exactly waiting for you to do it. So a lot of people say, you don't talk to me. And the answer is, well, you don't talk to me either. Oh, you don't say hello to me. Well, you don't say hello to me either. Because the timid and introverted person usually is going to answer back. They're not going to start and set the first step. For example, me and Osvaldo, my husband, he's super shy. He's not that timid and introvert, but he's a little bit shy. So to be super, super shy, that he's not talk on a social event or on a dinner table, that's too bad, It's important to show a little bit of what you know, give your ideas, share your stories. This is super important for other people. But Osvaldo is more timid, so I speak much more. He says that I speak for me and for him, So the idea here is what? A lot of people like Osvaldo, but much more people talk to me. And then it's not that I have a fan club. No, a lot of people love me and a lot of people hate me. And I don't care about the people's opinion because I do therapy and I am super solved related to this problem. You can't Pay attention to what people think about you. If you do this, you're not going to show, you're not going to expose yourself, yeah? Then the exposition here is super important to what? To conclude your mission, to work, to be a better person, yeah? To help others. What I do here with the videos is super exposition, yeah? A lot of people are going to say that's super good, and other people are going to say, oh, it's bad, and they start having comments. You're going to have lovers, and you're going to have haters. People that love you and people that hate you. Now, Osvaldo doesn't expose too much. And sometimes I ask him, did I talk too much in that event? Did I talk too much in that restaurant table? And he says, yeah, because I know you talk about, you always do, yeah? I always talk too much. And sometimes this talking is stupid things. It's bullshit. It's not so important. So in my side, what I have to pay attention? I have to pay attention to reduce my words, to think before I speak, not to be impulsive, and not to say things that's not going to add, né? Não vai agregar. Now, in the case of Osvaldo, he needs to make an effort to speak more, to show more about him, to tell stories, to share his life, to help others, to illuminate, or whatever. He's gonna make an effort to expose himself. Perhaps he's gonna have red cheeks, bochechas vermelhas, to get shy, yeah? Or ashamed, envergonhado, but he's gonna do his best to speak more, and I'm going to do my best to speak less. In my case, I have to think before I speak. And in his case, he has to stop thinking and go to action and speak more. So this way, we're gonna find the balance. The balance is not so introvert and not so extrovert. With this balance, we can help, expose. Of course, we're gonna be judged, because you're gonna be judged anytime, yeah? Anyway, de qualquer forma. You're gonna be judged if you stay in silence, yes, if you remain in silence, or if you speak too much. You're going to have judgment in both sides. So what's my idea for you? Pay attention how your communication is. Do you speak everything that you feel? Yeah? Do you show people the limits they must take with you? Do you help other people when you are around in a sociable event? Do you talk your story, or you just become a listener? Yeah? Do you try to speak a little bit more? In the case that you are just like me, extroverted people, do you have courage? You have courage to speak. Now, do you have courage to stop a little bit, to listen more, to give the chance to other people to speak? So the idea is to have balance in everything. And this way is a great way to evolve. Listen to others, speak your story, talk about your difficulties, and help other people who has the same problems. Question life. Make these questions: who you are, what are you doing here, where did you come from, where are you going, yeah? Where does this planet end? Is this God? Help us. Is fair, just, or unfair? What's going on with the planet? Try to study a little bit, yeah? Have time to open a book, because this way you're going to help yourself with information, and then you can transpass the information to others, and the questions start to get solved, and you start to get more in peace with you. And peace is unpriceless, priceless. You don't have price for peace. What's peace for you, yeah? How much does it cost to have peace? So we are talking about general things about life, and specific about introvert and extroverted people. But this motivational class is special for you to stop a little bit and think, using the listening comprehension to practice your English, and at the same time, take a look how you are transmitting your information, how you are communicating in social events and with friends. Are you a good friend? Are you a good listener? Are you a good speaker? Yeah. Do you show? Yeah. Are you afraid of the judgment? Yeah. Don't you show? Do you know what people think about you? What's the information they receive about you when you are too quiet? Do you know that people, especially insecure people, yeah, they are going to think that you don't like them. They're going to think that you are arrogant, yeah? But even if you speak like I do so much, yeah, there are people that love and people that hate and say that I am arrogant, that I like to show off, and that I am smug or whatever, you know? We're going to have judgments anytime, anyways. But the idea is to question ourselves in order to be a better person. Well, guys, we have already talked about fears, medos, yes, judgments, expectations of others. See how many points in life we have to stop to think, yes, the targets, the way you express yourself, the way you expect from others, yeah? Your relationship with family and friends, how important it is to look back at your mom and dad with care and love, with forgiveness. We have already talked here about gratitude, how important it is to thank the small things you have. We have already talked about present situation where you have to live exactly where you are. That's classes and classes about this, yeah? We have already talked about aims, targets, yeah? What you have to do to achieve this in short terms and long terms, the steps you have to take in order to have a verbal list of action, stop thinking and go to action, to fight for what you want, yeah, in all areas of life. We have already talked about all areas of life where you need to be happy, and it's your responsibility. It's not your family, friend, or nobody ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend responsibility. It's yours. It's time to be independent. It's time to be mature, to take the responsibility for you and fight for what you want in all areas of life. We have financial area, health area, saúde, yeah? Physical areas. What are your objectives in these areas? Professional area, personal area, relationship, love area, sociable area, your charity, your caridade, né? Which makes you feel good and happy. Are you donating? Are you giving yourself? We have already talked about minimalizing, reducing the things you have, organization on your closet related to your organization in you. There are many classes that you can find in our playlist here in Motivational Classes. Every Monday, the teacher records in English for you. Another point are the survival English classes, which are more grammar structure in intermediate level. Now, if you don't understand so much, it's time for you to go to Básico on Wednesdays, because this time is when we apply the pure structure and small vocabulary for you to engage. Now, the teacher record classes every day, and the classes I record here are much faster than the classes I give in private tutoring or even in big groups. So what we are doing here online is to help people that don't have money to pay for an intensive course. Now, if you say, okay for me, and you click in the like, each one that clicks in a like, one more person is going to see this class, you know, because that's the way the robot of Instagram and Facebook works. As much as you like it, in YouTube mainly, principalmente, as much more people are going to watch. And this includes people from the north and northeast of Brazil, which I probably want to help much more. Now, if you have time, I invite you to check our master classes. The master classes include a lot of information in just 1 hour, and this master class I can't add here in the networking, okay? So it's important to be done by email. So anytime during this year, we had 4 or 5 master classes, okay? It's usually 5 to 6 master classes per year that I apply. So take a look in which time of the year you are watching this class, and try to find our website, okay? Because in the website, for 1 minute, you can add your email, and with this email, you're going to receive privately in a VIP link the masterclass. And the masterclass is not going to be on here. It's a different class, and I'm always record and I send through emails, because as you know, there are many different schools and teachers online here that don't like the way we teach, because we teach in a fast way, in a fast methodology that breaks a lot of methodologies in Brazil. So because of this, I prefer to have the most interested people in this, and I'm gonna send just to the ones who's really interested. That's why I need your email, just 1 minute, and you can enroll, matricular ou inscrever-se. It's free, no cost, you don't pay anything, okay? And you're going to receive the classes in your email. So help me to help other people, and this way you can comment as much as you can in the sentences here, with sentences from the listening. As you listen, you can write, and I'm going to correct for you, okay? I have a big group of very good teachers, the best in São Paulo, and we can correct for you. Guys, I hope you like our Motivational English class. If you want to practice more, go to our playlist in YouTube, and the playlist will be there with more Motivational English classes, all right? Now, if you prefer, change to other playlists as the Survival English for Intermediate or Básico, okay? I'm here with these big classes in YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. We reduce the classes for 5 minutes. And that's when you don't have time, but you can still practice. But continue practicing the comments with the sentence, and be sure we're gonna be here to correct for you. I will be waiting for you in our masterclass, so don't forget to put your email in our websites. Thank you very much for watching one of our classes, and practice. Do as much as you can. Do your best. Take care. Stay with God. God bless you all. Namaste. Bye-bye.